Day one of what we're eating today in Porto. It's finally time for our trip to Portugal. It was a very early flight from Luton Airport to Porto. When we arrived at 9 a.m, we went straight to our accommodation to drop our bags off and then headed out for our first Portuguese beer of the trip. We also got the first pastel donato of the trip. Now, the first one I've ever tried was in Portugal 3 years ago. And to be honest, this one didn't even come close. But stay tuned because we will be trying so many more to try and find the best pastel donata. We carried on exploring Porto for a couple of hours and then we suddenly got super hungry and decided to give this place a try. So we actually had this place on a potential list for our food guide, and even though it was really tasty, it didn't really make the cut. So we're still on the search for the best peri chicken. But this next place for a pastel donata is super high on our list and will be very hard to beat. The texture was so perfectly creamy. And then it was time for a little siesta. I highly recommend staying here for the best views in Porto. After a little nap, we headed straight out for another drink. It was such a lovely relaxing atmosphere. After chilling for a couple of hours, it was time for dinner. Now, this place is known for their progos. You simply cannot go wrong with a steak sandwich. At this point, we decided we definitely need to do a sandwich guide for Porto. And then afterwards, we headed down to the river for our last drink of the evening. Follow us for what we're eating a day in Porto.